Hello, pretty people of the universe.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Soaps and Sass.
This is episode 31?
Oh, I should have written that on my paper. I don't have it up in front of me, but I think it's 31.
I'm pretty sure today is episode 31.
I think so, from August 18th to 22nd. Yep. By the by, I am Mama Sass.
And I am Baby Sass.
And I'm... Go ahead.
Sorry, I just wanted to mention, and this is not to call people out, it has been brought to our attention that
Uncle Sass.
I didn't say it, you did. It has been brought to our attention. One of
our fans.
It has been brought to our attention that some of y'all might not like the fact that sometimes we do not have the energy because we are tired. I would just like to state, I think the fact that we state we are tired does not reduce the fact, or does not, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but it does not change the fact that we love doing this show. And we're just tired people sometimes. And we do our best to bring the sass even on the days we're tired. And if you don't want to hear it, skip the episode.
Wow. Oh, that was sassy. But she made it sassy off the hop.
So, I love y'all. But we're real people. And to those people in the world who do podcasts and I get are constantly bringing the energy, I love those podcasts. But it also ain't real enough. You are human beings. You are allowed to be tired.
Sure, but for me, I appreciate, well, not to suggest that Baby Sass doesn't. We appreciate the fans. We appreciate y'all coming back week after week and sticking with us and tuning in to hear what we might have to say, what we might be doing.
Yes. We do love you, fans. We do love you, for you help us power our own honeymoon. It's okay.
All right. Well, apparently somebody out there's going to know what that means.
Yep.
Okay. So, I want to start by doing something a little bit different.
Yep.
And I'm just going to warn y'all, I'm finna turn this podcast on its ear within the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, she's about to get a little sappy.
Just so you know. All right. Well, somebody's going to get a little sappy. I ain't sure it's going to be me. But anyways, so just wanted to bring you some industry news. So let me talk about some casting. Actually, before I talk about casting, before I talk about General Hospital, for those that were with us for the Beyond the Gates side, just want to let you know, if you don't already know, Beyond the Gates is getting its own channel on Pluto TV.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I'm shocked.
I mean, come on, y'all.
I'm shocked.
That's an achievement. Kudos to the Beyond the Gates family.
It is an achievement.
Well done.
I was going to say some people... Sorry, I was thinking Tubi. And I remember some people were like, oh, you got that role on that Tubi? But it's okay. I was confusing the two.
No, Pluto TV. So Beyond the Gates is going to get its own channel. I don't know when it's going to start airing, but that is coming, so stay tuned for that. Okay, now flipping over to the GH side, because that's what we're actually here for. So I'm going to start with some sad news. I don't know if everybody's aware at this point, but on Friday, August 15th, Tristan Rogers, who played...
D.A. Scorpio.
Yeah, Robert Scorpio for I don't even know how many years, certainly since back in the 80s. He passed away from lung cancer. So when we saw him with Sasha, that was, kind of his goodbye to us, the fans. Even though he was very unwell, he absolutely loves General Hospital and he wanted to be there. He wanted to do the scene. And he died at the age of 79.
Wanted to give that last final farewell,
Yeah. And I appreciate it. It was really, really nice to see him.
And I like how he kind of did that little piece with Jason. So I think that was nice as well for the character.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's some really, really beautiful tributes from his castmates online. It's clear he was very, 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 very well liked, well loved by all. Parry Shen, who plays Brad Cooper, has the best tribute out of all the ones that I read. And it had to do with Robert. He had seen Robert when he was a little kid, when he was 8 years old. And he was like, that's my new favorite actor.
Oh.
And went and grabbed, I think it was a cereal box, and wrote
a note or letter?
No, he just wrote Tristan Rogers' name, or Robert Scorpio wrote the actor's name on the box so he wouldn't forget who he was. And so then when he actually got cast as Brad Cooper on General Hospital, he brought it with him and had Tristan autograph it for him.
Oh,
I saw it was so super cool. So,
little Brad with little Brad handwriting. Oh, so sweet.
right? So I'm gonna miss those blue eyes with the twinkle every minute and the ready smile. I'm sorry he's gone, and send my condolences across the miles to his family. Nicole Paggi. She was the actress that was replacing Maxie temporarily. We would see her pop up now and again. So her part is done. She won't be back. So we've got
Maxie.
Yeah.
So we got Kirsten.
We do. I can't remember her last name, which is why I didn't go with her.
Kirsten
Storms.
Yes, I was gonna say Storms.
Yeah, Kirsten Storms. So she's there for now ish.
Yeah.
But as we said, she's in the middle of a move, so there might be, I'm not sure how much longer we're gonna see her on camera.
Right. It might get to the point where they pull a Lulu and you just see her torso and down.
Right. But we're gonna talk more about Maxie in this episode.
Yes, we will.
Okay.
What's up?
Now, you said something this week.
Oh.
So I need you to brace yourself and brace any electronic equipment that you might be holding.
The computer is gripped.
Okay. So, do you remember at all what you said this week?
I am not liking this.
You said you wish somebody would come back.
Oh, hi, Lucky.
Not Lucky. Jonathan Jackson is not coming back as far as I know.
Please tell me Helena.
Helena is not coming back.
Damn it!
No, it's not Constance. Constance, I can't remember her name. It's not her.
I'm like, those are like the only two people. I know you can talk about Jerry.
I know, no. This is somebody you wanted back. I'm glad this character. Well,
you mean when I was cursing out? Oh, you mean when I was cursing out Drew? And I was saying, Samantha, you better come and pop into his dreams and cuss him out?
It is not Kelly Monaco.
What the frick?
No. So I don't know who this actor
is going to play. Is it Spencer?
No, it's not Spencer. Okay,
not Spencer, but the actor.
No, I'm gonna tell you. But
I don't know at this point.
This is fascinating watching you try to guess. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay.
Oh, is it Lois?
No, it's not Lois. But Lois ain't been gone.
No, I know, but I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay.
I'm like, who?
I'm gonna tell you. Are you ready?
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna tease you like 30 seconds longer.
Oh my god!
And I'm going to say
so mean.
that Ryan Peavy is coming back and starting to air in September. And you're giving me that look. Who the heck is Ryan Peavy?
Right?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Peavy
hold on. Okay.
is Nathan West. Nathan West is coming. Well, again, I don't know if he's playing Nathan.
Mom, just stop. Just stop. Okay? And the reason I say stop, it's because you got Lois who came back. You got OG Lucky who came back. You got Britt who came back. You got old Brett who came back.
I'm saying.
So
I think he's coming back as Nathan.
Oh, shoot,
I want to believe he's coming back as Nathan.
If he's coming back as Nathan, I'm sorry, Spinelli, you can't propose. Because that means she's still technically...
We didn't get to predictions yet.
I'm sorry, but you know I love this man.
I do.
I love this man so much. The day he died, I wept. And then the day I found out he left in a hospital to go be a Hallmark boy, I wept even more. Because I was like, how could you leave?
For Hallmark. I know. But here's the thing.
Nathan. He will fight Lucky and Mr. Roy Gibson for my number one spot in my heart. Cause Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Nathan.
You know how
Nathan is the freaking love of my life on the show, man.
I know.
Nathan West.
Listen, it was everything I could do when you called his name this week to not say, "Oh yeah, you'll see him just now." It was all I could do because I've known since Monday.
Thank God you were in the office on Monday. Oh my.
No, I was here when I found out. I was home.
But I'm saying you've known since Monday. That's why I'm like.
But I was at home when I found out. It was after I came home from work. So
today
anyway,
has been a long day, but I will say today is the best day.
So September, which is like 2 weeks away.
I
don't know how soon in September he's going to start airing.
The thing that kills me, though, is I cannot cuss bare bad words on this podcast.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot. Don't do it.
But
okay, so see, I asked you if you want me to start off the hop or save it for the end. You said put it at the top.
Mom, you've brought me back to life. I was dying over here. I was like, this is going to be a long podcast
Bring
tonight.
me. Okay, sorry. All
Pause
right.
again.
All right. So
Pause again.
So I am very excited to have shared that news with you.
Oh, thank God you told me to break my computer.
Right? That little thing would have gone flying. Okay.
I already need a new computer, but
yeah, but we need to finish the podcast. Okay. So now let's get into it with a recap. Okay, so this week on Monday, excuse me, maybe I should take off my glasses. Britt puts on an act. This is when she sees Jason, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe they were already in the hotel room. I don't know.
Yeah, they're in the hotel room.
Drew confronts Sonny. Basically shows up at his house wanting to cut a deal so that Michael stays out of jail.
Yep.
Sidwell is evasive about his feelings for Lucy. I don't know one way or the other. Does he like her or is he just using her? I think he's using her, but whatevs. Brooklyn opens up about Lois when speaking to Flora at Home and Heart. And Stella is in the hot seat because Drew put she there.
She gonna get locked up. What? That's what you said last week. Oh, God, Stella gonna get locked up.
I'm sorry, you sounded a little bit like a chicken.
No, I did hear it.
I'm sorry, that made me laugh.
I did hear it.
Okay, on Tuesday, Jason wants answers from Britt. I can only assume because who else is he talking to? Lucas works to save the life of someone dear to him, which was Maxie. Maxie apparently had a heart attack on Home and Heart. Thank you, Sidwell. We know you do it. Nina loses her cool. That was funny. Oh my goodness. And Joss and Vaughn plot their next move because they've been found out. They done got found out. Anna makes a cautious alliance with ADA Turner, who wants to open an investigation into Drew. Okay, if you give me a moment. I've lost my place, sort of, kind of. Okay. Next, on Wednesday, Lucas delivers bad news.
Oh, no.
There's a toxin in Maxie's bloodstream. They don't know what it is.
Send it off to the WSB.
Right? Or call Finn. Anna floats a theory. I don't remember what that theory was.
That she was poisoned.
Oh, okay. So she floated that theory to Lucas. Okay. Lulu is shaken because Maxie's
in the hospital.
Yep. Emma confides in Gio. She's scared. Maxie's in the hospital. Alexis takes on a new client, trying to get Stella out of the hot seat. And Drew is incensed.
Oh, that was glorious.
It really was. It really was. On Thursday, Ava gets intriguing intel. She basically found out that Rick is not working pro bono.
Nope.
Michael and Sonny get the upper hand. Apparently nobody saw the confrontation.
That was glorious.
That was pretty darn funny. Curtis is on the warpath because they now figured out that Drew set them up.
Yep.
Molly comes to a realization. But I love him.
Biff.
Cody. Biff?
Biff.
Nobody knows what that means.
I
know what that means.
For some reason, I just like, Biff. Where you going, Biff? Like that.
Any hoot. We could talk about that. Lulu and Obrecht rehash the past. And they kind of come to a truce, which was kind of interesting.
Everybody just coming to truces today.
That is true. Where am I? On Friday, Carly voices her concern to Brennan. I can't lose another child. Willow makes a big ask of Christina, asking her to testify on her behalf. Liz encourages Christina, and I think encourage is used very loosely to mean blackmail.
Right. And then she says, oh no, it's not blackmail. It's encouragement. Which still sounds like blackmail.
Cody wants to come clean. He is very shooketh with Maxie in the hospital, and so he was going to admit to Ava what he's been doing.
With his sweaty torso.
Right? And Nina consults with Rick. I don't know that it was a consultation so much as it was a you do as I say, because I'm paying you.
Right?
Okay. So that is the week that was.
Where do
Very,
you
very
want to
high
start?
level. So let's develop some of these.
Where do you want to start, Mom?
What had me hot?
Okay.
Drew calling for Michael's arrest. He walked in, and I'm gonna tie it in ever so slightly with my comedy moment of the week, because Drew walked in to Anna's office, or busted into Anna's office,
Busted in.
where she was talking to ADA Turner, and he says, "I've been the victim of a crime."
I've been assaulted like a peanut.
You know what? I'm gonna go through a couple of things. I'm just gonna go through this scene because this scene, this thing was given. So, Drew walks in, talks about I've been the victim of a crime. Now we know that last week ADA Turner was at Sonny's place and heard when Drew came in with all his threats and you're gonna do this for me and blah blah blah. So the reason she was in Anna's office was to have Anna open an investigation into Congressman Kane and his shady business. Because really, if he done it once, he must be doing it elsewhere. Right? Now, Anna is not too keen to take up this mantle. Nope. Because, first of all, she and ADA Turner have been having a little bit of beef, right? And she's like, well, you gotta give me something. I'm not just gonna open up an investigation just because you said so. And ADA Turner's like, I can't tell you why. I need you to do this. And so Anna kind of reluctantly agrees. So then, like I said, Drew comes in. I've been a victim of a crime. Proceeds to explain what has happened. To ADA Turner's credit, she plays like she knows nothing. Yep. And she's like, Anna, no, you need to open an investigation. And Anna
is like, what the woody woo?
If I jump down to my make it sassy, Anna's like, Michael, little old Michael, assaulted a Navy SEAL, big as you are, got 2 feet on this man. Okay.
And I will say this, because I'm so glad somebody called it out. Thank you for calling out that he's a Navy SEAL. Because I'm like, where was that when he was fighting his brother? Getting his ass whooped.
I'm telling you, it's just crazy. So that's my make it sassy, and as well, Anna talking about you, the big Navy SEAL. It was just Drew being so sure that he's gonna get Michael convicted because he's got this previous history, which ADA Turner also mentioned. It's like, well, Michael assaulted somebody. He already has a felony on his record, or already has a violent assault on his record. So this could be felony charges. However, need to have the evidence. So we're gonna interview witnesses, blah blah. And Drew's like, no, you need to arrest him. Yeah. If the evidence takes us there,
right.
And I'm gonna pause that there because I think we're gonna come back to that a little bit later. What had you hot this week? Anything different?
Still in line with Drew, and it's mainly on the fact that, like, Martin calls the man out on the whole Stella situation. He's like, I know you did it. So you know what? You call off your little pets, and I will do you this favor. And Drew just stares at him like he's like, and what you want me to do? And so, like, the man didn't just tell him what he wanted him to do. And so I'm just like, oh, that was stupid.
And talking about, I'm your highest paying client or something like that.
Right? And I'm like, dude, you are so stupid. The man just told you, if you do A, I will do B. And B will put the man in jail like you want. But he's like, no. Like clearly, like, he actually does not want to get the woman her children back.
No, but the thing was, and I think that was well played on Martin's part, because I think Martin knew full well and good that Drew was not going to change his mind.
I think so too. But either way, I'm just saying. And then the second thing that had me hot is man walking up into the Metro Court, running into Gio, and then being, oh my goodness, Gio, life away from the Quartermains has done you good. Ooh. You and I are the same. And I'm like, man, shut your mouth. This boy ain't nothing like you.
As Gio turned around and told him.
Right? And I'm just like, oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm like, as a little peeved as I am at Gio, we're still kind of being mad and not, talking things out. Because it's like, you've admitted, it's like, you miss these people. It's like, just, I get you like, you can still be mad, but have conversations with them to get a better understanding, and then see how your anger plays out then. If you're still mad, even after getting all the information in a more understanding state after all this time, say, come to ver. But at least have a sit down.
Yep.
Get all the information. Come to listen and to understand, not to respond, and then go upon your way. But as mad as I still am at Gio, I'm like, applause to him for kicking Drew in the teeth.
Oh my goodness.
Figuratively.
Absolutely. Gio broke it down though. He really did. Okay. I'm gonna go with who called for that?
Oh yeah.
And really? Who called for Maxie to get knocked out? Why are we doing this? Why? I mean, it's a great plot point. We understand Sidwell wants to make sure that she doesn't mess up the plans.
Right.
But come on, Maxie? Why? There was a theory floating around in my little fan base about, Maxie's in contract negotiations, but she's not.
No.
We know she's moving.
Yep.
But I think this started to play out even before she was moving. I'm not sure, but...
Maybe.
But that's not okay.
It's not okay at all.
She's such a good one.
Right.
You want to knock somebody unconscious? Pick A.D. Turner. What happened to you?
Sorry, it landed in the realm of predictions. I'm left it alone. I can come back to that later. Okay. Or not predictions, but more so theories and hopefully predictions. Okay. But yeah, to go after Maxie in the way that he did, dirty. But then again, as we know, I'd be surprised if he didn't know that Maxie had a heart condition. Because
he seems to know everything else. For real.
But, it's going to be so obvious because next he's going to run to Lucy and they're going to talk about it. And she's going to be like, and poor Maxie, and the fact that she had a heart attack when, she already had heart troubles as a kid. And then he's probably going to be like, oh, poor thing. And not really care.
Oh, right?
I'd be surprised if he actually genuinely cared, but he's not.
He's not going to care.
He'll be surprised and be like, oh, shoot. But he won't care.
Right. Because how surprised was he when he found out that Christina was in the burning Charlie's, right? I mean, that was not the plan. He was just trying to send a message. So, yeah. Okay, do you have any other...
Oh, sorry, no, keep going, because I was going to ask you what the category was again.
It was who called for that?
Who called for this man to go after Willow? Again. And what pisses me off, even more, so it's still...
So you're going back to what happened?
It's both. It's both. It's honestly both. Because Willow comes out the elevator, or comes around the corner, whichever. Mm-hmm. Drew comes around the corner, and he's like, oh my god, Willow, I'm so glad I found you. And she's like, Drew, we talked about this. And he's like, yes, with his, again, very...
Mm-hmm. With his big hands and gestures.
Oh my god. And he's like, yes, I understand, and I'm trying to respect your wishes. And I'm like, oh, like when you respected her wishes when you guys kissed and she said, I need you to back off and leave me alone so I don't cross the lines because of my marriage, and you still cross the lines?
I need to tell you. I don't need to hear, so move on. But anyways, again, plot point, I suppose.
And then lastly, why'd you call him at the end of Friday's episode? Mm-hmm. Why did you make that damn phone call? Because you say you cut off contact with Drew. You want nothing to do with him. You're not with him anymore. But there you go. Like, what? Like the Pied Piper calling the mice, the children, whatever. Just listening to the sweet tune of the music. And going back to this man, like, wow,
I don't understand.
Making choices, and it's going to get you in a place where you really are not going to see your children ever again.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand why she's holding Nina to a different standard than Drew, because she really, like, she laced into Nina
She did.
after having dealt with Drew.
Right.
So,
but it's that manipulation. Because Nina's not trying to manipulate Willow, where Drew is. Because as we know, Willow falls for that sweet voice and the beautiful eyes, and she's like, huh. Can't do that with a woman.
I guess.
Well,
and
not to say that you can't do that with a woman, but in Willow's case,
right?
She can't do it with a woman.
Especially when Nina started off, it's like, I'm sorry, I'm not here to see you. I'm not here to bother you. I just want to see Maxie and her family. And Willow kept going and like,
right?
Stay away from me. Stay away from my family. Stay away from my children.
Right, and what I can understand, though, is like, the end where Nina's like, but if you ever need anything, I'm here for you, or just ask. That I can be like, okay, I think that should have been unsaid.
Oh, you think so?
I think so, just because it's like, she's already, like, still kind of like, huh? So I think just like, like, you told Elizabeth, I just want to see her and make sure she's okay. That's all you said. You saw her in a position, and so, like, I get because you saw her with Drew, that kind of elicited the, if you ever need anything, because you're trying to have her go to you more than Drew, so that's understandable. But I do think if you had just left it at, I'm sorry, I don't mean to bother you, I'm not here to bother you, I'm just here to sit with Maxie's family and, you know, be with them, I think, Willow might have stopped her and said, you know, like, I'm sorry, like, they're going through this or whatever, or thank you for doing this or whatever, whatever she said before, she kind of said, stay away from me and mine.
Yeah.
I think that would have been fine. And I think Willow would have been like, okay, she is respecting my boundaries. She is respecting my need for space.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't come here to talk to me. She came for them. So I think it would have given Willow at least a little bit more like, okay, she's not as, you know, not necessarily entitled, but also not necessarily narcissistic, but a little bit of both, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not necessarily those things, but it is those things.
Yeah, well, what I don't understand is why Nina didn't just open the door and interrupt that whole
I don't know
moment.
either. That pissed me off.
So.
That did piss me off.
And, sorry, did you finish your thought?
No, I didn't finish my thought.
Okay, because I realized I started with comedy moment of the week and went off, and I have like a list. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back to my comedy moment of the week because apparently I can't follow a straight thought line.
ADHD.
I don't have ADHD. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Were you ever tested? There you go. The silence speaks for itself.
Comedy moment of the week. When Drew went over to Sidwell's place and was telling him about the plan and what he was doing. And he's like, I'm going to get Michael locked up.
Oh my God.
And he's laying out the plan. And Marco's like, it might not play out that way.
It's like, not necessarily. And
Muppet Drew, I'm sorry. I just got to put this out there because I don't know. I can't look. I mean, already.
She doesn't know who else sees it, but she sees this.
And you all know already, I don't like Cameron Matheson. I've been very clear on that. I don't like Drew. But now I look at him and he's always running around in this suit. And for those of y'all that used to watch
different suits.
Sesame Street back in the day, does Drew not remind you all of Guy Smiley? Really and truly? Baby Sass is looking up Guy Smiley on her phone.
Yes, I am, because I said
he's like he's supposed to be like Bob Barker, I think, right? And play a game show host.
Him.
You need. I'm sorry, now I've got the giggles.
I don't think.
You need to watch a clip of this Muppet.
Mom, I'm never gonna unsee this. Especially this photo. This photo specifically. I will never unsee Drew like this now.
Right? With the hands all out in the play. I mean, really.
And the hair. The hair is what really does it. It's like the hand, the hair, and then the suit. I was like,
if we could put a thumbnail for an episode,
technically we can.
That needs to
But it's not going to be our episode. It's going to be that.
That's what I'm saying. We got to put that thumbnail for this episode so people know what.
That's the title. Guy Smiley.
Hey.
Guy Smiley is the title of this episode.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry. So there was that. There was also, I mean, this wasn't super, like, it's not a massive comedy moment. But it was just the way Spinelli came into the hospital when he found...
It's like the man was on a skateboard, and the skateboard hit a bump, and he just went flying, and his feet went... as he, like, stitched into the rest of the family.
Oh my goodness, that was something. So that just made me laugh from a physical comedy standpoint.
And the thing is, it's so Spinelli.
It is 100%.
It is so Spinelli.
And I love me some Spinelli.
I love him too, but it's not Spinelli.
Okay. Then the other thing I had on my list, since we were just talking about Nina, was the argument between Nina and Carly at the Metro Court pool, and then Nina in her temper lunges at Carly. Carly's like, "Get off me!" And Nina goes flinging into the pool.
Like, I can't even say she, like, kind of, I don't, and you're gonna have to tell me what this move is called, because I don't actually know, but it's like when you, like, grab the person who's, like, coming from behind, and you kind of just, like, throw them over your shoulder.
Right,
but it's like you step and throw, I guess.
But she didn't do that.
No, she didn't, but
Carly,
okay,
so from a karate move, Carly stepped off the line and blocked. Okay. And that block just shifted Nina's momentum. She lost her balance because she wasn't expecting it.
Splash.
And into the pool. Like, although I think Carly did give her a little bit of a shove as she deflected,
right? Oh, for sure. Because Nina was going for the throat.
And it's just like, oh my goodness.
My comedy moment.
But wait, it's not finished.
Oh, I was going to say my comedy moment from that moment.
Oh, okay. Then go ahead, because I think you're going to say what I was going to say.
Yeah, my comedy moment from that moment was when Nina is walking out the pool and Gio's just there with the towel, and she just holds up her hand, just like, back off.
Yep.
And she goes back for Carly.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh my goodness, and the background actors are just like, what the? And Nina's like, hi, how you doing? And just goes back to her beration. Like,
that was fantastic. And my last comedy moment of the week, although comedy or cheese, you decide.
Okay.
Molly.
Cheese. Especially that outfit. Because from a distance, I really thought it was Willow. And I said, what the hell is she doing? And then it got close up. I said, oh! She's looking for Biff. She was in that dusty Midwestern town. And she was looking for Biff.
I can't read.
And it doesn't help because of the voice. The voice she was doing. It's like, she left that rugged old town. And she turned and crashed right into the man she was looking for.
Stop.
Biff.
Stop. I can't read.
I looked at that man who she crashed into. I said, that's not Cody.
Oh my
God. This. And then in comes Cody. Ma'am, you better run. I was like, Cody! And then she snapped out, and they're like, Cody Bell. And she's like, what? And we snap back to reality. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, passing the Eminem reference, she snapped back to reality. Cody was getting food.
Oh my gosh. Make it sassy. Like, make it sassy. Cody, when Molly's asking him about a horse, and she's like, look it up on the internet. And just walks off.
I need to go back on that episode because I'm questioning if he said look it on the internet or look it on Google.
No, he said Google it, is what he said.
Okay, because I'm like,
I don't work for Google. I don't get no 4%.
No, but it's not even that. It's the fact because their search engine is Spiderweb.
Spider Finder.
Either way, it's not Google. That's why I'm like, I'm surprised it's Google.
Is an amazing call out. That's an amazing call out.
That's why I'm like, I have to go back because I'm pretty sure he said Google it, and I'm like,
he did.
So that must have been an ad lib, or like he just kind of. I think they meant either they wrote Google or he meant to say the Spider Finder. But, you know, we're always like, Google it. So that was just a natural response. Yep. So I was like, oh, I might have to
that's
look
an
that.
Awesome continuity catch.
Yep.
Bravo. Okay. So, we are at, what'd you do that for? It's all, it doesn't quite hit the level of what had me hot. But it was just, I really had to kiss my teeth. Mm-hmm. I really did. And this is when Jordan calls Portia's phone. Oh gosh, what a face.
Sorry, I was like, that was this week? But it's like,
yes it was. That was this week. Yes. Jordan calls Portia's phone to let her know that let her know.
I really feel that was last week, especially with the...
No.
She got to look up!
That was... Oh. Was it Friday?
Mm-hmm.
I feel that was Monday.
That was Friday because it's like Stella gonna get locked up because then they started with Stella seeing Alexis. Yes, mother. We can go back and watch later, but I'm pretty sure that's how it started.
I don't know, because I feel like on Friday they just took her off into the room to ask her questions, and then Martin showed up.
Nope.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna look it up myself right now.
Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, well then I got another word you do that for then, if that was not gonna fly, because I don't feel we talked about this last week about why didn't she just tell Portia what was going on. I'm sure we didn't talk about this in the podcast last week. Maybe. And if we did, we need to talk about it again. Because, Jordan, you're very out of order. Really and truly. You could have just told Portia what was happening and let her fill in Curtis.
Right? I'm like, especially because that's her place of business
and
I whatnot.
No. You know why? You know how I know it's this week? Because remember, we had the pen and the paper and we were scribbling things down. And I typed up what was on the paper.
Okay.
So that was Monday.
Monday?
Monday.
Okay.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Stop. Just stop. Just stop.
Oh, do you want me to wait while you look that up, or should I go on to my other?
Oh no, I've given up because I got distracted and I saw something. I said, "Oh,
pay attention. We're in the podcast."
I am paying attention. But
okay.
It was just...
So the other thing that I was confused about, and what did you do that for?
Mm-hmm.
I did not understand room service at the Five Poppies.
Yes.
My guy come in.
That was last week still.
He was... Wait, no.
Okay.
So he's fighting with Vaughn.
Oh.
This week?
Yes, we did.
Right? Because
I brought this up and you were like, oh, good catch. And you didn't understand how I got there, but go on.
No. Okay, so my man come in.
Right.
On Friday.
Right.
Or Friday. Friday. Vaughn and this assassin tumbled to the floor.
Right.
Monday, suddenly, this assassin has a garrote around Vaughn's neck. No idea how that happened, because if they're fighting, I don't know how he managed to get a garrote out of whatever pocket he had it in, because he didn't have it in his hand.
Nope.
And then managed to get around Vaughn's neck. Like, it's a good thing this happened over the weekend, because I don't know how that was supposed to play out. That was nonsense. And you WSB agents, you need to retrain. Really and truly, I see why Colette is worried about Joss, because y'all training his pup. And I'm referring back to Brennan and Valentine.
That is fine.
Right?
My other thing is...
but wait. I haven't finished. I didn't even actually get to the point I was making.
Okay.
So, Vaughn is now being garroted.
Yes.
Joss comes into the room.
Yes.
Sees that Vaughn's in trouble.
Yes.
But the assassin is between Joss, and Vaughn when she comes into the room. And for whatever reason, Vaughn turns around. So now he's between her and the assassin, and she's trying to take a shot.
Right, but
why did he turn around for her?
I don't know. I really don't know. But I will say, I'm like, Colette. The thing that I find so interesting is I'm like, my girl is basically cussing out Brennan about sending Jocelyn off on a dangerous mission that she's not ready for. And then here she goes, ratting them out and now getting them killed. And she's worried about them, especially Joss, getting killed.
I don't think she was particularly worried. I really don't. I think she's more worried about Carly than she is about Joss. And she's like, whatever plan she's working, she's just like, I'm going to do what I got to do.
Well.
Plain and simple.
Well.
Okay. Next on the list.
Sorry, before you go on, this is my other comedy moment, was Joss seeing Jason. Her, skitch back to 10, 20 steps.
She kind of pulled a Spinelli there, didn't she?
Yeah, she's like, oh, sugar honey iced tea, let me back that up. Oh, we're screwed. We're real screwed.
Yep, indeed. I'm curious, because this isn't actually going to come up anywhere else. But, so she left there, raced back to the room looking for Vaughn, and then Pascal showed up in his pajamas talking about, oh, you looking for your friend? So I'm very curious.
Oh no, you're looking for your husband. Let me reunite him with reunite you
whatever, with him. However he put it. But what I'm curious about is, again, the martial artist in me. I want to see
how Joss is going to handle this.
Will she be able to disarm him, or what's she going to do? Right, because in theory, Well, I shouldn't say in theory. Because I know I was taught anybody come at me with a gun, don't mess with a gun.
Right.
So, yeah, I want to see what she's going to do.
I will say, one thing I found hilarious, and this was more of a conversation between you and I, that has to do with Joss and Vaughn, was, so Joss takes out the assassin, and they're like, what are we going to do with him? Toss him over the cliff. It's a cliff 300 meters. We're going to toss him over the cliff. And I'm just like, but I think...
You said something, how are you going to make sure he falls in the water?
Right, it's like, what, like, how are you going to make sure he lands in the water, or like, whatever. It's like, you're not going to catch the edge of a cliff, or, how you make sure that the tide takes him away, or whatever.
Something you said, yeah.
And you looked at me like, what? It's like, how'd you get there? Like, what makes you think there's water at the bottom of this cliff? I said, why would you put a resort on the edge of a cliff that has no water? Like, you just gonna put a resort at a ravine, and the ravine has no water? Like, the Grand Canyon? Like, what? Like, logic? You're like... And you're like, no, I see your logic. And then two minutes later, it's a good thing we did that as the tide was going out. I said, there you go.
There you go. Absolutely. So, I'm a very logical and analytical person. I don't make those leaps, but it was a good leap to make. Okay, moving right along, because I probably burned a whole hour with the initial news.
Not really.
Okay, is Make It Make Sense. Really and truly, I ain't got but one. What you got?
I actually have no Make It Make Sense.
Make It Make Sense, Miss Willow. You asked Christina to testify for you?
It's like, are you insane?
Oh, I know. My mercy.
Like, I'm like, are you insane? Because the man said, Rick said, you need, like, sure, coworkers, friends, great. But what's really going to help you in this case is your family. You need a family member to be a character witness. And I get you're mad, obviously. But rather than ask the one family member that you have left alive that isn't under the age of 18.
And that's absolutely going to swear
on her freaking life
that you are a good mother.
You choose to go to the enemy.
Oh,
you choose to go to the enemy's family.
And what a terrible mistake that was.
Right?
Oh my goodness. You know.
And you kind of started.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was gonna say, and you kind of started off good. You might have gotten her on your side, and then you brought up her daughter, and that basically basically dug your grave.
You were almost a mother. Yikes. That was hard. But
it's like there's
Christina
no almost.
Came back so savage.
I'm like
so unnecessarily savage.
That's like saying like when Jonah was born, and you gave him up, you were almost a mother. But you didn't do like
for real. But
like
just
the second a woman finds out she is pregnant and is going to have a baby, she's instantly a mother. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Man alive. But no, that was crazy. And it's like she's talking about, you were one of the few people who was actually decent to me. Why didn't you go to Sonny?
Right? I don't think Sonny would have done it.
I don't think so either.
But at least
he wouldn't have been savage.
Nope.
And he doesn't dispute that she's a good mother.
Nope.
And in fact, he was saying to Michael just the other day, when they were talking with Diane, that she's a good mother. And Michael was like, actually, no, pretty sure she messed with Daisy. And Sonny looked at him in absolute disbelief. You talk about Willow? Mm-hmm. Willow did something with Daisy? No. You got it wrong, somebody. And Michael was like, no.
And I like how they tell Diane, and Diane's like, well, what proof do you got? It's like, I don't have any. It's speculation. It's why I haven't really gone to the police, because there's no proof. And you're just like, ask her. Because you're like, Willow can't lie. And I'm like,
Yeah, I would have asked her to her face. I really would have. But really, I don't understand why Willow went to Christina.
I thought Willow was going to lose her mind during the end of that conversation. I really thought she was.
For real. And then, I mean, again, it's these things that don't make sense that they're putting in just to drive the plot point, and I really don't care for it. Because, as you said, then the next thing she do is she turn around and she called to Drew for help.
Right.
Like, really? Oh, lady.
And I'm like, and then there's the other thing that bugged me this week, and it even bugged you, is when Nina and so this is still making make sense. So it was when Nina and Carly were having their like little kerfuffle or whatever,
Yeah.
or their row, I should say. And then again, they're like, and your son slept with Sasha and had a baby, and it's like,
yeah, set that timeline out.
Can
please.
we set that timeline correct? Because they slept with each other first, and then Michael found out, and then went and slept with Sasha. Like we all know the order of events, and y'all need to fix that.
Please. We sorted out just about everything else, right? We got the Baden on the table.
Right.
We got that Wiley was absolutely telling the truth. Can we sort that out?
That's the other thing. I'm like, how can you go back to this man? Make that make sense, Willow. How can you go back to this man after he slept with your mother, lied to you about manipulating your son, and lied to, and used his influence to keep you from having a conversation with your husband that would have gotten you guys to remedy the situation months ago?
This is what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. Yeah.
What's next on the categories?
Next on the categories is Kesakaka.
Does this fall in line with the Lulu?
Yep.
All right, Drew, and what you said, because I actually don't remember what he said, but he said
no, that's the Lulu. That's the Lulu.
I just asked if it ties in with the Lulu.
Oh,
and he said
I'm
yes.
sorry. I thought you said the Lulu. Because you had a very specific Lulu thing for Kesakaka.
I did. I very much did. Okay, so scratching out that Drew comment, since that is for Delulu, not Kesakaka, and for some reason it seemed like the two were connected. They are not. Going back to Kesakaka, my Kesakaka is, so Maxie's now been dropped off at the hospital.
Dropped off at the hospital?
Y'all know what I mean?
Admitted. She's been admitted to the hospital.
Y'all know what I mean. Statement. Y'all know what I meant by that statement.
Oh my goodness. Okay, go on.
Anyway, so she's getting checked out. Her heart's back in rhythm after multiple attempts, and I'm like, Kesakaka. First pause on my Lulu Kesakaka, but this Kesakaka goes to freaking Lucas and Elizabeth. What CPR and shocking of this defibrillator were you doing? First off, cut off her shirt. You guys cannot, like, when you are doing a defibrillation, you cannot have the clothes. You must cut the shirt so you have access to the body parts that you need. Or sections, I will say. Because I'm like, how is it? Sorry. Body parts? How is it that this girl is... I do get it. It's like you can't just have her out and exposed.
Right, you need a little bit of modesty. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No problem. So at least cut to a certain section so you at least got her belly, so you can at least get the side of herself and maybe the upper part of her chest, because the girl's on a tank top. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, just cut up enough that you're not exposing her chest, but enough.
Why was she in a tank top? Well, I mean, I guess it took off.
I guess it was under her
blouse. Yeah.
But anyway, because I'm like, Lucas, how are you putting this defibrillator on her throat, her sternum, wherever, but it was up in her throat, and the other one was like on the lower quadrant where it needs to be. But I'm like, how's this thing up in her throat? And then y'all doing freaking chest compressions on her throat. Like, what the heck? That's not where you're supposed to do it, on her sternum, in between her breast, on the breastbone. Why are you up in the woman's throat? And I get, because you're up in the woman's throat, that you're kind of going, as you push, and but like,
and it's daytime TV. It's not your TV. Chicago Med.
No, I get that, but make it look real.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
Like, you don't even have to be, Maxie doesn't even have to be in frame. Like, it could literally be Lucas, and you see Lucas kind of like heaving down with
on a St. John's ambulance dummy.
Yeah, seriously, make it real. Like what?
Oh.
This is my Kesakaka and my Make It Make Sense. The two are together. Anyway.
Yes, going to Lulu.
Going back to Lulu. So Lucas has told the family, he's like, she's good, her heart's going again. And Brooklyn pulls Lucas aside to ask him a question. And Lulu kind of has this skeptical look on her face, like, oh, what is little Miss Brooklyn up to now? So Lucas and Brooklyn move off to the side so Brooklyn can ask him a question, being like, was this like an allergic reaction or whatever else she was asking. And Lulu, you see Lulu in the corner of the screen behind Lucas, kind of faded out because, again, we're focused on Brooklyn and Lucas. And you just see her again with the skeptical look. And whatever. And then Lucas is like, no, I don't think it was that. But, she's fine and everything. Or it's like, could this have been like an allergic reaction? And he's like, could this have been because of like the cream? And then thankfully Lucy comes in. And it's like, no, it couldn't have been the cream.
Except that it was.
But no, it couldn't have been the cream because, Maxie's tested it before. She was part of the initial testing. We've all used it, so we don't know why it would happen now. So I'm like, I thank Lucy for coming in on that part to be like, no, it couldn't have been, like, just to, I guess, erase the suspicion that clearly Lulu is having. Because why else are you eavesdropping on a conversation that has nothing to do with you? But, ooh.
I think that again was a plot point to have them reconcile later.
Fine, but like, what do you think? Like you're gonna. Like you look like no, because I'm like, it looked like you were trying to cause more trouble to bring up to Brooklyn Lane. It's like, this is your fault because you did it.
Oh boy!
It's like you didn't want to go on Home and Heart, and now Maxie is in the situation, and and I was like, oh. But thankfully, it didn't result in that. But even still, I was like, I'm about to punch a witch out.
Oh, okay. Well, let's sprint right by that then. Okay, the Lulu of the week, which is where you were starting to go.
I don't remember who you said, so you gotta go.
Yes. So Drew was talking to Martin. Drew looks Martin dead in his face and says, the only reason I lost Willow is because she lost her kids. We hit that pause button so fast as we fell out.
I hit that pause button so hard and I reached out for you. I said, did the man just open his mouth and say the dumbest ish I've ever heard? Like,
oh, Guy Smiley, stop it. Stop it.
I'm like, is you an idiot or is you an ass?
Oh my gosh.
But like, the man is so far up the Lululand, he's not hearing the words that are coming out of his mouth.
Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Apparently not.
A la Chris Tucker. Yep.
And then he throws himself under the bus again, being with like, oh, but what about Curtis and Stella? It's like, oh no, they'll have their own issues to deal with in the investigation.
Was fantastic. Are you talking about my man drove the bus over himself?
Oh my god! I paused. I said, did the man just throw himself on the bus? And you said yes. I said, nah. See, I'm like, the man was in the bus and threw himself under it.
Yeeted himself through the windshield, you said.
Yes, because
to end up under the bus wheels.
Right. And Martin is standing there next to the bus driver, who is Drew, because they're having a conversation. And he's like, but wait. Martin gets in the driver's seat himself and has to back it up to be like, no, but man really did do what he just did. We going to war.
But let me say, this is one of the few times that I saw Martin put on his lawyer face quick, fast, and in a hurry, because Martin heard that and Martin stone-faced immediately. He was like, wait, I'm sorry, what do you mean? How did you know about...
How do you know about the investigation? It's like, I have peoples. And Martin's like...
Oh, my.
Martin was like, peoples.
Oh my goodness.
Not even, I heard it from Kai, because Kai is close to Stella. Like, no. Peoples. Like, the man is not.
But he couldn't even possibly have heard it from any Kai anyway. That would have been a bold-faced lie. Because
the Martin, peoples is still the lie.
Oh,
since he did it. No matter what he says, saying he heard it from somewhere, it's still a lie because he's the one who did it.
For real. But Kai would have been worse because Martin left from Stella to go to Drew. What people are you talking to? Mm-hmm. Hey. Oh my gosh. Drew, man. This comeuppance is gonna, like, the GH, I shouldn't even say Drew, GH, this needs to really, really deliver. When you take Drew down, like, don't mess it up.
Please don't.
Like, this payoff has got to be good. Don't kill him off.
What?
Don't kill him off.
Oh, so you want to put him in a coma?
No, I don't put him in a coma.
Then it's either coma or death.
No. Drew has got to take licks like Shiloh, and it doesn't have to be physical licks. It could be emotional licks. It could be lockup licks.
Well, emotional for sure.
It could be public humiliation licks.
Okay.
Because
hold up. Okay, first he did get the humiliation licks by taking body shots off a stripper. The emotional licks. No. Let me finish.
That was just the beginning.
Let me finish. The emotional licks need to come from him losing custody of his daughter. The prison licks. Obviously, he's gonna go to prison. He's gonna get another round of licks. And well,
I'm just saying, it's just gotta be blow after blow.
Yes, and after his licks, the man needs to be taken out because he either needs to be put in a coma where his mouth cannot be opened again, and then they can recast him, or they need to take him out permanently.
Oh my goodness!
So
if we could just have Ezra Boyle turning at him publicly, right? Okay, because Ezra already looking at him a little bit scanty.
Imagine Ezra loses the mayoral run. Because he's trying to go for mayor. And that's what turns him against Drew.
Oh, no. There's got to be something before that. But, because Sidwell's already finna take him out. Right? Get Ezra Boyle to turn against him. Kai turning, like, all these people turning against him very, very publicly. Like, on a press conference or something. Mm-hmm. But this payoff has got to be rich. And then top it off with Scout going, Daddy. Or something like that. Like, really? Oh, man. No. And it's completely random. I'm probably going to edit this out the podcast. But this week I was looking for something to watch, and you know I love a game show network.
I know you do.
Turn on the game show network. Walked out of the room because it was on a commercial. Come back, and isn't it Cameron Matheson's stinking game show, The Bridge?
This is why I'm saying if they take him,
this is
what I'm saying, because if they take him out permanently, he's still got a job.
Ugh.
And it does not have to be General.
Okay. Hospital. Now
we are in the 47-minute mark now.
Okay.
So what you want to talk about?
Villain of the week.
Drew.
I mean.
Sidwell.
Those are the two. Drew and Sidwell. Drew for going after Michael.
Yep.
And Sidwell for poisoning Maxie.
Yep.
Like, really?
Oh, and Stella, because you can't forget he went after Stella too, so.
Yeah, but we had him villain of the week for last week.
Oh, we did.
Yes, we did.
We did.
So, there you go. Hero of the week.
Hero of the week. Flora, for having that lovely conversation with Brooklyn, and hopefully that helps Brooklyn and her mom come together and have a conversation, because as Flora said in her words of wisdom, you had pure trust in your mom, right? Yes. Well, do you think you still have some of that left to fix your relationship, or is it just all gone? So thank you, Flora, for that conversation, because that was needed.
Yes.
I will give props to Lulu for having peaceful and non-violent conversations, or non-antagonistic conversations with Obrecht and Brooklyn.
You're generous.
I'm very generous. Oh my God. And Tracy for having another heartfelt conversation with her granddaughter.
Okay.
Oh, and Michael for having that lovely conversation with Molly about her feelings for Biff.
Oh, God. Okay. But you know what? Next week we gotta vote for one each.
Oh,
but I also have a list. So I got Vaughn on there for comforting Joss in the shower.
But that was good until...
In the shower.
No,
the shower. I'm being very specific.
I know you're being specific. I said, that was good until she kept going, eyes down, eyes up, eyes down, lock lips. Until that moment, it was fine.
Yeah. Well, okay. Justine Turner, 88 Turner.
Yep.
For seeing Drew for what he was.
Playing that game.
And wanting to do something about it.
Yep.
So good on you for that.
Oh my goodness, the look on her face when Drew implied that she was on Sonny's payroll.
Listen.
She was like, I have never been so insulted in my life.
Honest to Pete. And then we had Jason on the list, but I don't know what he did. I don't know that he did anything particularly heroic.
No, I think it was the suit and him looking like 007. Talking with...
That don't make him a hero of the week, but, you know, he had the yo, Jason, come on.
It was something. He did something.
I'm sure he did. But Jason showed up. I mean, okay, so he arrived at the Five Poppies in a suit.
Yes,
cool, fine. Now he's sitting on the beach in this, I don't even know what to call it, this beige linen suit with the matching shoes. Oh my mercy.
The man is suave.
So confused. Suave?
Well,
suave?
Well,
oh no.
Well, when he comes in the matching suit and shoes.
No.
But I will say, black is more his color.
Jason sitting there looking like freaking Captain America, and you know how I feel about Captain America.
At least Jason ain't a panty, as you like to say.
I wasn't gonna say it on the podcast.
It's
I was
not,
just saying you know how
it's not dirty, though.
Oh my goodness. Ah. Okay. Yes. So we did Villain of the Week. We did Hero of the Week. I think we have covered everything. Talk to me about your...
Sorry, quickly. Honorable mention to Felicia and the artists and makeup people for making her look so disheveled in this moment of tragedy.
Yes, yes. The costume department.
Not looking like, oh, my child's in the hospital. I must be prim and proper. And, like, I thank you for making Felicia look, like, realistic. It's like, she dealt with the stealth thing. She looked prim and proper. Maxie came in. She still looked prim and proper. And then she'd been there all night. Hair out of place. Shirt shriveled up. Button maybe not in the right hole. Just, perfect.
Absolutely. And it was good to see Mac this week, too.
Yes, also, another honorable mention for Hero of the Week for Obrecht for talking to James in a way.
Man, Obrecht laid that down. She did a great job.
Yes, she did.
I like that. I really like that. Okay, predictions.
Right. Okay, so we're saying Nathan is coming back. But then again,
The actor,
I'm saying it is Nathan.
I'm pretty sure
simply
it's gonna be Nathan
because
too.
they are bringing back all these people.
Yep.
So, Nathan, glorious goddess.
Wow. Take a breath. Take a minute.
Nathan, God of a Man West. Not goddess. My bad. I think, one, I'm sorry, Spinelli, but you are not proposing to Maximista. Or you will, and it will not be possible. This girl's gonna be in a love triangle for the ages. Oh, poor Maxie. But yeah, Nathan, I think Britt is where she is, doing what she's doing because it involves Nathan. Possibly.
You think he's her boss?
I don't think he's her boss. Because it would make sense with the caring, though. But he wouldn't do something shady, especially since he's a cop. But the caring and the Huntingtons, it would make sense. But yeah, no. I don't think he would. No. I do think it involves Nathan. Like, whatever she's doing it because it's like, I guess this is like the leverage someone might have over her is because Nathan or something.
To save him or whatever.
Right. Because, yeah, it's something. But I think it involves Nathan.
Okay.
And yeah, he's gonna come back. People are gonna be like, shock. And he's gonna see James and he's like, shock. And Maxie's gonna wake up and she's like, I'm dreaming. It's like, no, you're not. And he's like, shock. Either way, bring back this man.
Okay. Cool. I was looking through the drop storylines and I'm happy to see so many of them
are being checked off.
Yes, because Obrecht was back was one of the things. What we still have outstanding is
the gun.
Yes, where's Scotty? I mean, and again, do we really care?
Imagine did we say the gun was possibly the mysterious benefactor? We don't know who's dealing with the Sidwell and Britt.
I think that was one of the theories that you posited, yes.
Okay.
But that's it. We still don't know who found Sonny's gun and sent it to the police station. We still don't know who sent the gun to Ava's place.
Right.
Although I know you think it was Cyrus.
Right. I've kind of out of that now.
Right. We still have a pending storyline because Jason got arrested for Cyrus's
murder and that didn't get solved.
Exactly. It didn't get solved and he hasn't been to trial.
Nope.
So it's like, did they decide there wasn't enough evidence? What happened with that? And I think that was it. They said who sent Ava the gun, Jason and Cyrus.
Yep.
And then what's going to happen with Joss? Like, will Joss actually be... Because they flashed to this, so we'll move the story a little bit forward. Mm-hmm. But we had said, how long will Joss be able to keep the secret that she's the one that killed
Cyrus?
Is
a good question. So, every time she fires a gun, this girl seems to have flashbacks.
Right? So, every time... This is only one more time since then.
That we've seen. Because she did have to do gun training when she was training.
That was different. She didn't shoot a person.
Either way.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't even think it like, for me, I don't even think it matters about her shooting at a person. I think it's the gun in itself.
Okay. Well, either way. So we don't know about her, how she's going to carry that.
Oh.
So, Now, quick mini prediction, because we're going to find this out next week. Do you think she will actually either be taken prisoner or...
No, I think Jason's going to kick the ass and rescue her.
Before Pascal is able to take her away?
Yep.
Well, how is that going to be possible? Because Britt just sashayed into his room.
Oh. Right.
And that was a little bit funny because Britt was clearly jealous. Yo, that's the next question. What is the problem that Britt called whoever about? Because she said, we have a problem that has to be addressed toot sweet.
Right.
And then we see Greta talking to Jason, which I thought was very suspicious.
Right. But then Pascal says, that's something I'm doing, not him. And we're like, what?
Right.
Whew. But now but also it's going to be interesting because he said, because Jason said the WSB is on the island. And then
Pascal said that.
No. Jason told her first about the WSB, but they didn't know that they were looking for her or whatever. But they said the WSB is here, and then Pascal confirmed it and said the WSB has been snooping around. I'm just double checking to make sure guests aren't an issue.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Him being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that also might play into why she's at his room.
Well, certainly she doesn't wish him any ill.
No! Even though she's like,
but he gave out a lot of information. Talk about he worked for ELQ and all this kind of business. I said, oh, okay.
Well, best cover story.
Involves some truth.
Right.
Yep. So.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we'll find out more about it next week. So come back and find out what we found out. And we'll give you a little bit more soap.
And hopefully a hell of a lot more sass.
Well, all right then.
Bye.
Have a great week.